Hi everyone, Jennifer here. Today I'm going to be sharing my September favorites with you, and I have a wide array of things to share, so let's get started. So we've moved into a new home and we've got a lot of square footage here, and there's a combination of hardwood floors, tile, and carpet in this home. So I have been looking for a new mop because I had one of the really popular mop systems. I'm not going to say the name, but it's one that had the handle that you squeeze and then it would distribute the fluid onto the floor, you know, the cleaning fluid. And that system just kept breaking for us. So it, you know, some people love it, but it kept breaking, and I had to buy a new mop because the handle wasn't working anymore. So I decided to switch, and I did some research, and I found on Amazon this mop that had excellent reviews. It's just called a microfiber mop, I think. And the great thing about it is how wide it is and how much floor space this thing covers. So you can compare it here to the Swiffer. And the Swiffer is not what I was talking about before. I still use the Swiffer for my tile floor. But the Swiffer does not cover very much space. It's so small. But this thing is huge. And I love this mop so much. You have the microfiber mop attachments that go onto it, and the pole size can be adjusted depending on who's doing the mopping. So sometimes my girls do the mopping and they're really short, so I can adjust it to be shorter. When I'm doing it, I like the pole really long because then I can just reach really far and I can get the mopping done in no time, and it's actually quite enjoyable. So I love this mop. I highly recommend it. And it also comes with a dusting attachment. Now here is a word of caution. You have to wash the microfiber mops and the dusting attachment separate from your other rags. I made the mistake of accidentally putting in the dusting one with my rags, and I washed it, and it doesn't have that same, you know, sticking power that it had. So just make sure that you wash it. I really hate washing a load with only like 3 things in it, but that's what you have to do with this mop system. So that's just a word of caution there, but it's a fantastic mop. I just love it. And you read the reviews from people who have used it, and a lot of people love it too. So I will leave that linked below. My second favorite of the month is this wavy veggie slicer. And this is another affordable little item, but it's just kind of transformed our lives. Okay, maybe not that dramatic, but getting children to eat vegetables. So much of it is about presentation and how it looks. And I'm actually doing a home economics course with my daughters right now. You know, we're homeschooling, and so I picked this really great course out, and the course is teaching them how to cook. The first few lessons were, you know, quite easy, and then it talked about having this tool, which is like a wavy vegetable slicer, and we didn't have one, so I just ordered it. I think it's about $4 on Amazon. And so you basically can chop your vegetables like this, and it just makes them all crinkly cut looking and just so much more appealing. We made glazed carrots with this, but you can use it with zucchini, you can use it with cucumber. There's so many different vegetables that you can use it with, and it just makes them look more appealing. And I love this thing. It's just awesome. Okay, so next in my favorites is the Vitamix blender. And if you have followed my blog for a while, you'll know that I have wanted a Vitamix blender for years upon years, but my blender was perfectly fine, so I really saw no reason to get rid of it. It just wasn't as good, obviously, as a Vitamix blender. So I held on to my little $35 blender until it died, and then I couldn't do it. I couldn't buy one for myself. So I purchased another cheap blender, and I had been using that, but my family gave me the Vitamix this year for my birthday, and I will totally accept it as a birthday present. I love this blender so much, and I do see the hype. I see why everybody loves it. I mean, you put frozen things in there, you put anything in there, and just within seconds it just blends it, and the consistency is so good. I had to fight to get that consistency with my other blenders, and I never actually achieved it. So I have the Vitamix now, and I do juices in it, I do green drinks in it, I have the little attachment for the personal smoothie maker. I mean, this thing is a dream, and I love it. And so I understand completely if you don't want to buy it for yourself, but it does make a fantastic gift. If you have any family members who want to splurge for you, there you go. Okay, another thing that I've been loving lately are the long t-shirt tunics that I got from Zulily. And those are just so fantastic to wear with my one pair of jeans. And yes, I only have one pair of jeans, but I just love them. I don't know, I just like the way they look. They're comfortable. It also feels a bit like a dress to me, but not really. And I'm loving it. So I'm gonna do a whole video on, the reason why I bought them was to do a video on, you know, how you can wear skinny jeans and leggings and the things that people love to wear, but still make them look presentable. Okay, what am I watching? So there is a YouTube channel that I have just been loving so much, and I think what I like to do on YouTube is I like to watch channels where people live, you know, very differently. I love seeing how people live. So there's this channel called Sounds Like Rain, and you know, R-E-I-G-N, and it's a channel about a family. They live in North Carolina. They are homesteaders, they're debt-free, all of that stuff that I'm really interested in right now. And they're a family of musicians, and they actually have some albums and they sing, and they're just a delight to watch, a delight. I love their videos. They just bring me joy. They're short little videos of what their family does and inspiration. So if I ever have a spare moment, if I'm cleaning the kitchen or something, I like to pop on their videos. Bracken is the dad and Lindsay is the mom, and then they have 4 boys and I believe another one on the way. It's so interesting to see how other people live. And they have some great advice, by the way, on debt-free living as well. I know I haven't done my series yet, but I will be doing it. But they are debt-free, and they had some they took drastic measures to get debt-free. I mean, they lived in a tent for a while, so they were really serious about it. So anyway, Sounds Like Rain. If you check out their channel, tell them that Jennifer from the Daily Connoisseur said hello. What I have been listening to is, I have another great classical CD to recommend to you today, and this is an oldie but a goodie, and it's the Laserlight Classics Ave Maria. And this is a CD that belonged to my parents, and somehow I ended up with it. I love this CD. We've been listening to it during the day. Ave Maria is one of the most beautiful songs ever written, but all of the songs on this CD are so good, and it's fantastic introduction to classical music. So I have a classical music video coming out soon, and I will link it on that as well, but I will link it below. It's just a great classical music CD. If you're looking for one of those albums that just everything on it is good, this is the one for you. So makeup wise, I've been loving the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Liquid Foundation. I think it's just a great foundation. It's less pricey than some of the really designer ones, and it's definitely more than some of the drugstore ones, but not much more, because I'm finding drugstore makeup is really inching up in price. But this is a great foundation, and the blush in Thistle from Bare Minerals is a great color for fall. So this is definitely one of my favorites. I'm actually wearing it right now, and I shot a tutorial makeup video on this that will be coming out later. One more thing before I forget, the Leaves candle from Bath & Body Works. I mentioned this last year. I love this candle. When I burn this candle, I know that fall is here. This is just the best scent. I love it. So Leaves from Bath & Body Works. So today I would love to know what your top 3 favorites are right now. What are you watching? What are you listening to? What are you reading? What are you cleaning your house with or cooking with? Makeup, beauty, anything. Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Daily Connoisseur, and I will see you soon. Bye!